Water damage is the second most common homeowners insurance claim, after wind damage, according to the Insurance Information Institute's 2024 data. The average claim for non-weather-related water damage is $13,700. Most claims start as small leaks under a sink, in a wall, or behind a washing machine. The smart leak detector that costs $20 could have prevented it. Let me start with the basic types. Spot detectors are small puck-shaped sensors you place in a specific location. They detect when water touches them. They cost between $20 and $50. Whole house detectors monitor the main water line for unusual flow patterns and can shut off the water automatically. They cost between $300 and $700. Different problems, different solutions. Spot detectors work where leaks are most likely. Under the kitchen sink, behind the toilet, near the water heater, behind the washing machine, under the dishwasher, near the sump pump. 6 locations, each with high probability of being where a leak starts. According to Travelers Insurance data from 2023, 68% of water damage claims originate from one of these 6 locations. Here's the catch. Spot detectors only alert you. They don't stop the leak. By the time you hear the alert and run to the basement, water has been flowing for several minutes. A burst water line can release 400 gallons of water per hour. 15 minutes of unattended flow is 100 gallons of water in your home. Devastating damage potential. That's why whole house systems with auto shutoff matter. The MoonFlow, the PHYN Plus, and the Streamlabs Smart Home Water Monitor all install on the main water line and can shut off the entire house water supply when they detect abnormal flow. According to a 2024 IBHS study, homes with auto shutoff systems had 83% lower water damage costs versus homes with detection-only systems. Let me break down each major brand. The MoonFlow is the market leader for residential. $500 retail. Installs by a plumber in about an hour. Monitors flow, pressure, temperature, and detects unusual patterns. The detection algorithm has years of training data and is genuinely accurate. Works with Apple Home, Google, and Alexa. Solid pick for most homeowners. The PHYN Plus, owned by a partnership of Belkin and Aponer, is the technical favorite. $700 retail. The pressure-based detection method can identify specific leaks down to which fixture is leaking. Toilet flapper, faucet drip, dishwasher line. Diagnostic precision is unmatched. Higher upfront cost, but the data is genuinely useful for fixing leaks before they become emergencies. The Streamlabs Smart Home Water Monitor takes a different approach. It clamps onto the outside of your water line, no plumber needed. About $200. Monitors flow with ultrasonic sensors. Less precise than inline systems, but installation is genuinely DIY in 15 minutes. The shutoff valve is a separate optional purchase. Good middle ground for renters or those uncomfortable with plumbing. Now the spot detectors. The Acura water leak sensor is $25. Zigbee requires the Acura hub, but solid hardware with 3 years of battery life on the rated tests. The Govee Smart Water Detector is $20 and Wi-Fi based. The Yolink water leak sensor is $25 and uses LoRa long-range mesh, with a 4-year battery life claim. Apple Home users can also look at the Eve WaterGuard. $45 for the base unit and a 6-foot detection cable that can stretch under cabinets and behind appliances. The cable detection is a clever upgrade because a single sensor in a cabinet might miss a small drip. The full cable contact gives more area coverage. Pricier but worth it for high-risk locations. Smart home insurance discounts are a real benefit. Most major U.S. insurers offer discounts of 5 to 15% on homeowners insurance for verified smart leak detection. State Farm, Allstate, USAA, Liberty Mutual, and Travelers all participate. The discount typically requires either a MoonFlow, PHYN, or LeakSmart system, with proof of installation. Some insurers verify quarterly, so the device has to stay active. Real ROI calculation. Average homeowners insurance premium in the US is $2,300 per year per Bankrate data. A 10% smart home discount is $230 annually. Over 5 years, that's $1,150. The $500 moan flow pays itself back in just over 2 years on the discount alone, before counting any prevented damage. Here's the catch. Insurance discounts vary by state and insurer. California has stronger requirements for smart home incentives than Texas, for example. Florida has special pricing for hurricane-prone areas that may already have higher base rates. Always call your insurance agent before buying to confirm what discount you'd actually receive. Don't assume the marketing claims apply to you. Where I'd install detectors in priority order. Number 1, behind your washing machine. The supply hoses are the single most common failure point in residential water systems. The IBHS reports washing machine hoses cause $6 billion in damage annually in the US alone. Replace your braided steel supply hoses every 5 years and put a leak sensor right there. $20 in protection. Number 2, your water heater. Tank water heaters typically last 8 to 12 years and they tend to fail by leaking, not bursting. A slow leak from the bottom of the tank can flood a basement over a weekend trip. Put a sensor under the heater. If you have a tank in a finished basement, also consider a whole house system because the cleanup cost is enormous. Number 3, under bathroom and kitchen sinks. The supply lines and drain connections are accessible failure points. According to Travelers Insurance data, kitchen sink leaks alone account for 12% of all water damage claims. A $20 sensor in each cabinet is cheap insurance. Most spot detectors are flat enough to slide under the trap without taking up usable space. Number 4, near toilets. The fill valve, the supply line, and the wax ring are all leak points. A toilet that runs continuously can waste 200 gallons a day, but more importantly, a slow leak around the wax ring rots subfloor over months. The PHYN Plus actually identifies running toilets specifically by pressure pattern. Otherwise, a sensor on the floor at the toilet base catches it. Number 5, basement and sump pumps. If you have a basement, you have higher water risk by definition. A sump pump failure during a heavy rain event can flood a basement in hours. Add a sensor at the lowest point of the basement floor and a battery backup for the sump pump itself. The combination is one of the highest ROI smart home investments for basement-having homes. Notification setup matters. A leak detector that pings your phone when you're at work and the phone is on silent is useless. Configure leak alerts as critical priority that bypass Do Not Disturb. Apple Home and Google Home both support this for HomeKit and Matter-compatible sensors. Test the alert. Pour a teaspoon of water on a sensor and confirm you actually get pinged immediately on your phone. Multi-person households need multi-person alerts. Configure leak alerts to go to everyone in the household, not just the primary phone. The whole point of fast detection is fast response. If only one person gets the alert and they're at the gym, you've defeated the purpose. Most ecosystem apps support shared alerts as a checkbox in the device settings. In my own setup, I run the moan flow on the main line, for spot sensors at the highest risk points, and a backup AccuRaw sensor on each. The redundancy is intentional because the cost of false negative is high. 2 sensors per high-risk location adds maybe $40 total but eliminates single sensor failure modes. Worth it. What I would not do. Skip whole house protection if you have a basement or live somewhere you leave for vacation often. The auto shut-off feature is the difference between coming home to a small mess and coming home to a destroyed home. The premium is real but so is the protection. For a vacation home, a moan flow or PHYN is non-negotiable. Maintenance is rarely discussed. Spot detectors with batteries last 2 to 4 years per manufacturer specs, but the actual life depends on environmental conditions. Humid bathroom or basement environments shorten battery life. Check your sensors annually. Most apps will alert you to low battery, but it's worth a manual check on critical locations every 6 months. False alarms can erode the trust in your system. The most common cause is condensation rather than actual leaks. Air conditioner condensate lines, refrigerator drip pans, and basement humidity all cause false triggers. If you're getting false positives, move the sensor a foot or two from the moisture source or upgrade to a sensor with a sensitivity adjustment. Final ROI calculation for a typical home. 6 spot sensors at $25 each is $150. Ammonia flow at $500. Plumber installation $80. Total $730. Insurance discount at 10%, $230 annually. Average prevented water damage event is 1 event every 15 years, valued at $13,700. The math is overwhelmingly positive. Subscribe to Espacio Intelligent and hit the bell. Next week's setup goes deeper into smart sump pump backup systems, the cheap battery upgrade that prevents basement flooding when the power goes out during a storm. Drop a comment with whether you've experienced water damage before, and I will help you avoid round 2.